subscribe to this channel.
Hi, I'm Gift Ngomba from Lusaka, Zambia. You are listening to the Underestimated Voices podcast.
Welcome to the Underestimated Voices podcast, where we amplify the unheard and empower the underestimated. Join us as we unveil inspiring stories, shed light on critical issues, and give these voices the platform they truly deserve. It's time to let their brilliance shine.
Hello, welcome to another episode of the Underestimated Voices podcast. I'm your host, Wedson. Since we started season 2, it's been amazing. It's been guest after guest, guest after guest, and there's so much that we have learned from finding authenticity in this validation-driven world. We have learned about how to set realistic goals. We have also learned on how to unlock the power within us. And today, we have an inspiring episode lined up for you. We'll be diving into the majestic world of egos and exploring the valuable lessons we can learn from their character. So today we are going to look at Soar High. Yes, not as in high out of the devil's latest. No. You know, it's funny how words sound similar, but they have a whole different spelling and meaning. So in today's episode, I'm going to dedicate it to all those who feel kusuliwa, all those that have been underestimated or have gone through similar experiences. So let's spread our wings and soar high together. So I'm going to talk about 5 things just to give you the motivation and the courage that despite being sulad, because you know, I've always said this, kusuliwa, it is a blessing in disguise. And despite you being underestimated, there's still a blessing attached to that. So I'm going to talk about 5 things, as I said. And the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the power of perception. And don't forget, we are looking at the life of an ego, the bird ego. And these are 5 things that I noticed as I did my research, and I watched videos about how egos live. So in line with that, I want you to learn something that you might be underestimated, but these are lessons that are going to help you get rid of that feeling of kusuliwa, that feeling of being underestimated. So one of the lessons we can learn from the bird ego is the power of perception. Despite their small size, when they are young, egos have an intimate sense of the true potential. They don't let their initial appearance or circumstances define them. In fact, they have the ability to see themselves as the mighty birds that are destined to become. So this reminds you and I that underestimation, kusuliwa, should never define our worth. The second thing is this: embrace challenges. Egos are known for their ability to face challenges head on. They don't shy away from strong wind or storm. Instead, they use these obstacles to their advantage. They spread their wings wide, harness the power of the wind, and soar higher than ever before. This teaches you and I the importance of embracing challenges and using them as an opportunity for growth. Even when others doubt your capabilities, but if you believe in yourself, you can do so much. I've always embraced this thought of saying, never top the list of those that doubt you. That's one thing that I have learned. And this is one thing that I want you to learn as well. An ego will never doubt itself. It will fly so high. The third thing is this: another remarkable trait of an ego is their persistence and resilience. Egos don't easily give up like that. They tirelessly hunt for prey and protect their nest, even in the face of adversity. This teaches you and I that setbacks and underestimation should never deter us from pursuing our goals. With determination and resilience, we can rise above challenges that come our way. The fourth thing is this: take flight from underestimation. For those who have experienced, I've personally gone through kusuliwa, underestimation. No, sungashitevaso, no, you can't do this. But the determination that I have in me has pushed me to greater heights. So, eagles offer a powerful metaphor. Just as they rise above the ground and soar high in the sky, we too have the ability to break free from limitation imposed on us by embracing our unique strengths and believing in ourselves. We can turn underestimation into motivation and use it as fuel to achieve greatness. I am a living example of such. There was a point in my life. You know how drama comes in life? It's just a phase where everything just becomes so dramatic. But I'd used that phase to help others, especially those that feel underestimated. Because I'm a strong believer now of self-love, because I believe that it's out of self-love that everything can be birthed. There's nothing about selfish in having self-love. So, out of everything that happened in my life in line with underestimation, I would also want to extend a leaf to others so that they get encouraged and believe more in themselves. The fifth thing is this: inspiring stories of overcoming underestimation. You know, I believe in realistic encouragement, not bubble gum kind of encouragement. Most of the things that I share on this podcast is things that I've gone through. Even when I bring a guest, I know that, okay, this guest has gone through these things and they have found a way to overcome that challenge. So we share inspiring stories of individuals who have faced underestimation and triumph against all odds. These stories will share as a reminder that underestimation is not a barrier to success, but rather an opportunity to prove our worth and showcase our true potential. We hope these stories will inspire and empower you, our listeners, who have felt underestimated. So, as I conclude this episode, let me remind you that underestimation is merely a perception that can be shattered. Just like the ego, we have the power to rise above and show the world our true capabilities. So let's spread our wings and embrace our unique strength and soar high. Leave underestimation far behind. Thank you for joining us today on the Underestimated Voices podcast. Until next time, keep believing in yourself and never underestimate your own greatness. Thank you for listening to the Underestimated Voices podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and leave a review. We appreciate your support. Stay tuned for more empowering episodes. Until then, keep soaring high and remember, be you, do you, and mind your own business. It doesn't hurt. Nika face, even this shall pass. May God bless you. And remember, be high, so high.
Thank you for tuning in to the Underestimated Voices podcast, where a single voice can ignite a resolution. Keep listening, sharing, and amplifying these underestimated voices. Together, let's create a symphony of stories that resonates across the globe. Stay inspired, stay curious, and join us next time for more incredible narratives. Until then, keep listening and let your voice be heard.